Would it be a good time to do a 7-day cleanse right now during the stay-at-home requirement? This is JJ Virgin, 4-time New York Times bestselling author, celebrity nutrition expert, and fitness Hall of Famer. I've been on a lifelong quest for answers to the toughest health questions. And now I'm sharing what I found with you. Welcome to Ask the Health Expert. Zeke and Zion from Instagram asks, would it be a good time to do a 7-day cleanse right now during this stay-at-home requirement? Now, when you're listening to this, you may still have to stay at home. You may not be staying at home. Either which way, my answer is yes, and I'll tell you why when I come back. You're craving a little sweet, but you don't want to blow your diet. No worries, I gotcha. My dark chocolate coconut fiber bars will satisfy your sweet tooth with only 1 gram of sugar, plus the 11 grams of fiber help make your gut happy and healthy too. It tastes like a candy bar that's actually good for you. And because you're a listener, you can get 10% off while supplies last. Just go to jjvirgin.com/coconut and use the code BAR, all in caps, at checkout. So is it a good time right now to do a 7-day cleanse? Well, I think that every time, all the time, not every day of your life, but it's always a good time to do a 7-day cleanse. And it's actually something you want to rotate into your program a couple of times a year, especially if those 7-day cleanses can have different focuses. Here's the takeaway on all of this. I actually think we need 2 different words. So I believe that we should have the word diet only means something that you do short term therapeutically to achieve a specific result or learn something about yourself. So the Virgin Diet, you go through the process for 21 days of pulling out foods that you could be intolerant to. You do a little reset and detox. You get your new normal, and then you go back and you test the foods one by one to connect the dots to see which foods work for you and which foods don't. And then you take that into your daily eating plan. So now you know which foods should you be eating so that you don't have the inflammation, the gas and bloating. You've got great energy and focus. Then the sugar impact diet. This is really to help you figure out how many carbohydrates you operate best with and how to really balance your blood sugar and how to prepare yourself for intermittent fasting. And if you're someone who struggles with blood sugar control, maybe some high blood pressure, insulin issues, this is a great place for you to start. If you're planning on doing intermittent fasting, or keto, this is what you want to do beforehand. All right. Now, what about a cleanse? Well, if you want to lose body fat, actually one of the most important things you want to do before you lose body fat is get your body to be able to detoxify well. Why? Because toxins are stored in your fat. And if you free up your fat, but your body doesn't have the detox nutrients on board that it needs to be able to get those out of your body, you make yourself worse, not better. So I love 7-day cleanses, but I want to make sure because they're really the perfect thing to put before a big body fat loss effort. Now, one of the things I really love with the 7-day cleanse are to have different focuses in them. So I've done different ones. When I was on Dr. Oz, I did a tea-tox, and that's something I've done with my community where we've used great green teas and different types of teas with a detox cleanse to help support better detox. We've done some, depending on the seasons, we'll do different types of detoxes. So that's another great thing you can do with the 7-day cleanse is depending on the season, because we should be eating seasonal and local and organic and rotating, right? You can then do maybe a detox that includes some intermittent fasting or a detox that's more soothing with more soups if it's winter or more iced teas if it's summer. So the answer is great time to do a 7-day cleanse, especially when you're home, because you can tightly control your environment and your food. So it's an especially good time to take advantage of that. And I emphasize that because when this whole thing started to go down with the pandemic, I remember reading an article that said, forget the kale and quinoa, we're going for the Oreos and chips. And I thought, we're in trouble. And sure enough, their stats are now starting to come out about people who've gained weight during the pandemic. And my biggest hope was during the pandemic, people would get used to cooking, realize how easy it is to eat healthy at home, and this would be a habit that sticks. So if right now that hasn't been you, hey, this would be a perfect time to add in a 7-day cleanse and really get clear. And I like to add before I take away, adding in more non-starchy vegetables. Of course, we know that eating from the rainbow and green vegetables are really helpful for helping you get the toxins out, both from the fiber and some of the sulfur-rich compounds and glutathione that you get from them. So yes, now is a good time to do a 7-day cleanse. And yes, 3 months from now is a good time to do a 7-day cleanse. And yes, this is something that you want to integrate into your lifestyle plan. It's just something that you do periodically, ideally with a group, with a coach, with an accountability partner, so that you really see it through and have success. This is JJ with Ask the Health Expert. I do this 5 times a week, so make sure you never miss a show by going to subscribetojj.com.